much happier to be doing this evening than what I was doing right before I got on the air tonight, which was
what was that?
I was watching Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh no! How far are you?
Episode 3.
Okay. What are your thoughts? You finished episode 3?
Yes, I just now.
Okay, so you've seen the first confrontation,
if you want to call it that.
Yep.
That's a bad show. So by the time this is out, that 6th and I guess final episode will be out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm watching it with my wife and we're just sitting there like, this is not a good show. Like both of us are like, this isn't good.
How knowledgeable is she about Star Wars?
I kind of have to fill in some gaps now and then, but mostly it's like we've got it. Like, that recap did a fair amount of stuff, and then I just sort of, for some reason, I just found myself explaining stuff, and I was like, why do I know this? And then I was mad at myself that I knew stuff.
You're a regular Wikipedia.
I know. Stop it! Don't say that.
Voodoo hide. I don't. Anybody who watches Red Letter Media will understand that reference.
I'm just sitting there, and it's just like, okay, so we just got the part where it's like, yeah, take her to Alderaan, like go through the tunnel. I'll distract them. And like, so it's like, okay, so you're just going to get off your mission then. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
whatever.
apparently.
And then like a second later, like the little girl's like, but you should help him. I can make it on my own because Leia's so fierce. And then like the adult with her says, you're right, child. I'll just go to the end of the tunnel, take a left and meet up with the pilot.
Right.
By the way, if this was a real operation, the pilot would be like, "Hey, where's my friend? Where's my friend? Like, what happened to my friend?"
Correct.
Did you do something to my friend? Like,
right.
He'd be like, if I were the pilot, I'd be like, I'm not going anywhere without my contact. Where is she?
Correct.
I don't know you, child. I don't trust you.
Right.
But this woman's like, you're right, little girl. I'm gonna go. Just head down the tunnel. It's like, you just promised this person who you, by the way, you just kind of met like a few minutes ago.
Yep.
A few minutes before that, you met him. And then you're like, yes, I promised you I'll take her. And then like 5 minutes later, you're like, but the little girl told me to go back and save you. And then you got 2 people somehow getting in and out of tunnels that I thought only had one in and out. And then we're just like, she pops up. It's like, how'd she get through the thing? And then it's like, are you the one I'm meeting? It's like, no, he couldn't make it. It's like, how did she get to the end of the tunnel?
Correct.
And then she didn't even bother to move the dead body out of view. Like, step one, if you're going to kill someone and pretend to be them, pretend to be their replacement, you might want to move the body after you kill them.
That's a good thought. Sure.
Just drag the body. And the whole time Tara was like, before all this, she was like, I guess this is clearly like a show that's made for kids because of like how much everyone's over explaining what they're doing.
That's the thing. I don't think it is.
And everyone's blah, blah, blah. And then like right as she said that, Darth Vader like kills a child by snapping his neck. And I was like, oh, well, never mind.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think this is made for adults. I think they just have no...
It's just so bad.
Yeah, they just have no concept of like how to tell a story.
It's really bad. I was telling her like, these have gotten worse. Like Boba Fett was like, not very good.
Yeah.
This is actively bad.
Yeah, so
far,
I couldn't finish Boba Fett, if we're being honest. So I can't judge it. But what I can say is Obi-Wan, not good. And like I didn't have the highest of expectations, but yeah, and maybe we'll do like a full episode on it or something and have Kellen on. But so I'll save my critique, maybe, but I don't want to overpromise. But one thing that bothered me with that episode 3, and this happens a few times during the show, and if you continue, you'll see this exact thing.
Yeah.
You'll see this type of storytelling happen over and over. In episode 3, Obi-Wan and Vader have a confrontation. Mm-hmm. Vader lights this big fire and throws Obi-Wan on it.
Yeah.
And he's like writhing in pain for a minute.
Yeah.
And it looks awful. Yeah. And then Vader does like a force push.
Yes.
And pushes him out of the fire.
Extinguishes the fire.
And it extinguishes the fire.
Yes.
Then the lady person starts the fire back.
Yeah.
And Vader's like, well, can't do anything.
What am I going to do? There's fire in the way of me. I literally said that. I was like, you put it out just a second ago. Just do it again. And he's like,
literally,
I think we should go home. And then it's like, we're going to let these people get away. And so we all leave the scene. And the next time we see those people, they're like just over the dirt hill. They didn't even flee. They're just like, oh, thank God. I guess they left. Hey, we need to get him to a hospital.
Right. It's the dumbest thing, because that happens
bad.
more than once, where a power is displayed, and then something happens 2 minutes later that the power would then be useful at stopping, and they don't do it. And I'm like, the only explanation is that like there's a force recharge, and anytime you use the force, your meter has to fill up again, like a video game.
An early model iPhone battery.
Exactly. So like God, Vader's already? Like, oh no, I can't do it again. I've
got 20% left.
I can't waste it here. Sorry guys, but no,
I need my force lightning cable.
So two things. All I would have had to do, three things, is force push it and extinguish it, walk around it. It's not a big fire. Or three,
it's like a 20-foot fire.
Presumably your suit is fireproof.
Mm-hmm.
You fell into lava, and that's why you're in the suit. I would not get into a suit that's not fireproof.
It would have been so funny if he had like a flashback of like, oh
PTSD.
No, it was like 4 days. Well, I guess it was 10 years ago. But like, like a real quick 90s like cross dissolve screen of like, remember what it was like when I almost burned to death, and he has like a panic attack. He's like, oh,
I'm afraid of fire.
I can't. You guys got to get me out of here. Huh? I lit my enemy on fire without thinking that maybe I'm still
afraid
kind
of fire.
Scarred by this fire.
This is the equipment of Batman summoning bats in Batman Begins, and then being so afraid he can't leave.
Oh fuck.
Oh no, the bats are here. I didn't think this through.
Shouldn't have summoned a fear that's also my greatest fear. Whoops. Torture
my bad.
101. Yeah. Oh boy. Anyway. No, it's just a bad show so far, and I'm honestly kind of shocked. So
I am too. I'm shocked because like I know probably what it took to get Obi-Wan, to get Ewan McGregor involved.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he would read these scripts and say, "Yeah, this is how I want to do it."
Yeah, that's what shocks me. It's like he's in this. Like his involvement was like the only reason I even cared about this show.
Right. I stupidly figured that Ewan McGregor would not sign on to something that was subpar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that. He did do Birds of Prey, so I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we've learned is he likes money. He won't say no to money.
That is correct.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, there's a little preview of what's to come for us talking about Star Wars.
There you go.